Hello guys, Absolute Duelist here, and welcome to the final round of the My Store Championship. Now, this is a law mirror match. As you can see, I'm on the right, my opponent's on the left, and this is actually kind of cool because I don't actually get to play law mirror matches very often, so it's always nice to see another law player in the vicinity and, you know, try and play against them and see how they play differently to me. So we're going to go ahead and see how this is going to go. It looks like my opponent is just shuffling up, and I believe I did notice something in their deck during this game where some of the cards were upside down in his deck, so I did just ask him to go through the deck real quick, make sure everything's the right way around, and I'm just explaining to him how some cards being upside down could be shown to cheat and stuff like that, because I don't think he understood where I was coming from, because this was basically up my locals, and a store championship is a store championship, it is a higher level event, but just to ensure that there is no foul play or anything, just asked him to go through the deck before the game started, just to, you know, ensure that none of these cards are upside down, because I think I saw like a 5-blocker law and a Nami on the other way around, and you know, when you see that, you gotta be kind of careful. Even though I know this guy out my locals, he's actually a really nice guy, he's a really nice player, and I do enjoy playing against him a lot, I just want to make sure that the game's fair, there's no bad intent or anything between anyone, and you know, there's no cheating, because that's the main thing. We're here to play a game, we're here to have fun, and if you guys do ever see this, don't expect malicious intent, because butterfly cutting does happen where some of your cards do end up upside down by accident. So just ask them to put them the right way around, make sure they go through the deck, and just make sure everything is legal. So he has concluded his mulligan now, and we're going to see how this game is going to go. So I'm on the play. I go ahead and start off with that lovely anniversary Nami, adding a cool anniversary chopper to our hand. He goes ahead and gets the 2 Don off the top of his Don deck, and it is his turn now. Just looking at his hand from the looks of it, thinking about what the right play is. He goes ahead and reds 2 to play a Otama and a Bonnie. Not great to see the Otama. As we saw in round 2, I played the Otama on the start and it didn't end well for me. So we're going to go ahead and play a Dadan here, looking at the top 5, potentially adding a 1-drop. Looking at our hand as well, just make sure we add the right card. We go ahead and add our own Otama. And then we're going to rest 1 to go ahead and play, not the Otama, to play a Beijing because I accidentally dropped it. He saw it. Like, he knew that it was an accident. He knew that I didn't intend to do it, so he was fine with me taking it back. So we pass turn there. He goes ahead and gets his 2 Don, draws for turn, all of that good stuff. And he's just looking at his hand right now, debating where he wants to go, what he wants to play, what's the right play. Because Law Guys is one of those decks that takes some actual thinking, but he does go ahead and swing 5 at life. And we do choose to take that life because first life against Law, it's fine. We're on 4. He goes ahead and plays a Zoro and puts 1 Don under the Zoro, which is interesting. Maybe he doesn't have another 1-drop in hand to play. So interesting to see that he's going ahead and doing that. I think we have a little discussion here about how that's not really the great play to do, just because, yeah, you could expect Fire Fist if it was anyone else, but you're in a Law matchup and Law does not have the room to fit Fire Fist. So we go ahead and play a Nami, looking at our top 5, accidentally dropping to Dan as well, and adding a Brook to hand. And we're going to see what we do next. So we've got 4 Don active, we've got lots of things we can go ahead and do. We go ahead and play 1 to go ahead and play that Tony Chopper. And we go ahead and swing 5 into life. He does choose to take it. Then we rest 2 to go ahead and return that Nami to hand and play a Law blocker, which is good, to return the Dadan. And we go ahead and play the Dadan again, looking at the top 5. Going ahead and adding us a Makino. So we go ahead and pass after that. It is the opponent's turn now. And he has access to 6 Dons. So it looks like he's just debating, putting his 2 Dons in freeze, seeing what he wants to do, where he wants to go. He uses 1 to go ahead and play a Capone, which is pretty good, pretty strong. He's probably also going to end up using that Bonnie. Goes in and plays 3 to go ahead and play the Vista to go ahead and kill our Beijing, which is good. Rests 2 to return that Otama to play a Law, and then just replay the Vista to kill our Chopper. So he did go ahead and remove 2 blockers, which was really strong, and he swings with Law, and we go ahead and counter for 1. Okay, so we go ahead and get some Don. We're on 7 now. He has gone ahead and successfully killed 2 of our characters with that Vista. It's very strong, it's very good, but we can try to come back from this. So let's see how we want to play this hand now, how we want to play, where we want to go from here. Because he does have the Law blocker and he does have the Capone, and he hasn't actually used that Bonnie yet, which is interesting. So we're going to just go ahead and swing 5 into life. He goes ahead and blocks with the Law. Interesting choice, because normally when you swing with your Law or your leader first, you don't want to block with the Law right away. So we go ahead and play an Otama here to go ahead and decrease the Law. We swing 4 into the Law blocker. And it looks like he's going to counter for 1. Okay, interesting choice. So the debates here now is, do we want to swing like the Nami into it as well, waste another card in hand, go ahead and swing the blocker law into it as well, dealing with it there. Like, what's the play we want to make here? So we're going to go ahead and play the 1-cost Bonnie and rest it with 2 Don to go ahead and look our top 5. Going ahead and adding the restand law, which is going to pretty much guarantee we remove that blocker law on the board, which is actually really nice there. So we're going to go ahead and just, it looks like we're just thinking now what the correct play is. We swing 6 into the blocker law, going ahead and just forcing him to block, and then we're going to rest 2 more, go ahead and returning the law to play, well, the Otama to restand the law, and then swing 7, and make him waste 2 2k counters. Okay, so that's actually pretty good. So we're able to make him waste quite a couple of cards now. He's on the board with the Vista, the Zoro, the Bonnie, and the blocker law. Like, he does have a lot of good cards right now. He's going to go ahead and use his own Bonnie there and get the Basil Hawkins. Very strong card, especially in the law mirror matching, or any mirror match that has, or matchup that has blockers, just because it means that they can't block that because they'll just restand. He puts 1 onto the Zoro here, and he's going to swing 3 into the Bonnie. We just let him have it. We've got a blocker law on board already, and we might have another one. He swings 5 into the Dan, so we let that die as well. And he's going to go ahead and play an Otama and decrease our law. Okay, so he goes ahead and does exactly what we did back to him. So it looks like we're just going to debate and see what we do here. So it looks like you're going to put more Don onto the Zoro, potentially just wanting to guarantee that the blocker law dies. Yep, just guarantees the death on the blocker law. He doesn't want to deal with it. And then he's going to go ahead and shambles out the Otama to play the Basil Hawkins. And then we're going to go ahead and get our Don and 2 more on top of that. So we draw for turn. And let's see where we go from here. So we got 4 Don on the board, which means we can play that character playing Brooke that we got earlier, the film Brooke, which would actually be pretty good. We can go ahead and put 2 characters down with that, potentially do some swinging. We rest 1 though to play a Nami to look at the top 5. Looks like we might have whiffed, or no, we're just looking at our hand, debating what we want to get. We go ahead and grab a Zoro. Very good there. And then what we're going to do next, like, what's the play next? So we've got a good board right now. We've got the Nami, we've got the Law character, we've got the ability to play that Zoro. He's got 3 cards in hand. There's a lot of options we have. We have a lot of different options. Like, one of the things I might just start, well, I might have done in this situation is probably just start attacking the Roanoa Zoro, the one that has the 6k power right now, because it might have just made it a bit easier on our life. So we go ahead and play the Otama to decrease the Zoro, making it easier to kill. We go ahead and swing 6 into the Zoro. He just lets it die. He doesn't want to waste his blocker. He wants to be very careful. Swing 2 into the Bonnie, dealing with that. Clearing his board up a bit. And what do we want to do next? Like, we have a lot of Don access. So we swing 5 into the lead. Is he going to risk it? No, we swing 5 into the Vista and he lets it die. Okay, so I thought we swung 5 into the lead, but getting rid of... We've cleared his board quite a bit now. Cleaned up quite nicely. Okay, and we've got 5 Don access, so we're just seeing what we want to do here as well. Like, what we could do is just go ahead and use 3 Don to play the Zoro, swing with the Zoro for 6. And no, we're going to go ahead and we're going to go ahead and Basil and swing for 7 into life. Alright, so swinging for 7 into life. Like, all he needs to do is block with the law. Oh, and he does choose to take it though, putting him on 1 life. Putting him down quite a bit, because, like, let's be honest, when you're facing a matchup where it's like, oh, he got the law blocker, but he has a Bonnie. Okay, so he's looking at the top 5, but he whiffed with the Bonnie. It does happen. Bonnie is like the only searcher that you don't want to whiff with because its job is to get the blocker law. But yeah, it's unfortunate when you actually see it. So he's going to go ahead and rest 2 from the looks of it. Maybe not. He goes ahead and rests 1 to decrease the character law. Puts 1 onto the Basil Hawkins. Alright. It's going to make it easier for him to go ahead and clear the board up now. Definitely means they can go ahead and get rid of the Nami, the Zoro, and also the character law. Ooh. We're going to have to see what he chooses to do, though, because he doesn't have a lot of cards in hand. He has, I think, 3 in hand currently. Where's his option? Where's the play that he should go for here? Because, like, he can swing with the Basil, swinging twice, killing the Zoro and the character law. Then he can go ahead and swing with his leader into the Nami, getting rid of that. But he does need to go ahead and deal some life. So he goes ahead and swings 7 into the law. into the Zoro, sorry. Swings 6 into the character lore. Okay, interesting choice. And then what? Is he going to swing into the Nami? I mean, it guarantees they're all gone in the end. Sorry for the shaking, guys. I've just noticed it. It's not that great, but I wasn't the only person on this table. I do apologize. Every time it shakes, it's just a bump, right? Right, so what's he gonna do? So it looks like he's actually got a character Zoro in hand, so maybe he's thinking of playing that, or he's thinking of playing a Capone from what I can see. He's gonna swing 2 into the Nami, though. Oh, but he played it this turn, so he can't go ahead and swing with it, and we just told him that. Goes in from the last round where we were like, oh no, you played it that turn, and then forgot that he played it that turn. So he goes ahead and rest 1, plays the Capone, uses Shambles to play the character Zoro. Okay. And then he's probably gonna swing. Like, get rid of the Nami, kill my characters, make my life a bit harder. Keeps the Basil up, meaning I can't swing the Basil into it. But no, he's gonna pass. Okay, interesting choice. Interesting choice. It means that the Basil Hawkins isn't gonna really get us anywhere. So that's actually kind of nice. And he does have 2 blockers. So looks like we're just gonna look at our hand now, debate where we want to go. So we could just start swinging 5s with the Nami because he is on 1 life. It's interesting to see where we could go here. So we've got 3/3, which can go into the Namis from the looks of it. And we're just debating where we want to go. So we're going to swing 5 life. He goes ahead and counters for 1 with the Bonnie. Okay. Go 5 life again, possibly? Yep, 5 life again. He goes ahead and counters for 2, making sure that he doesn't use those blockers so that the Basil Hawkins can't swing. Okay. Like, we can go ahead and put 3 onto this Nami, but if we have the cards in hand, I think it's wise to just go ahead and replenish the board a bit. Because we're on 3 life, we go ahead and rest 4 to play the Brook into the Robin. There we go. And we still have the ability to Shambles as well. Really nice. We have 3 Don left. What are we going to use with this last 3 Don? Like, we could go ahead and Shambles, return a Nami to then replay the Nami, which would be cool. We are going to Shambles the Nami, and what we're going to play? We put the Capone down. Okay, so we have a blocker of our own now. Keeps us the protection from the Basil. And we just make sure that we don't block the Basil. Like, the one character you are not going to block, guys, in this situation is that Basil Hawkins. Just be very smart. When it comes down to Basil Hawkins, if you block a Basil Hawkins, they're going to get to swing again with the Basil Hawkins. There's no point in blocking it. Okay, so let's go ahead and see how this game is going to play out. So he goes ahead and swings 7 into lead. Do we choose to counter it? We do. We go up to 8. Counter for 8. Swing 7 again. We go ahead and take. Goes ahead and... what's he going to do now? Like, he could boost the... he could swing with the Law. And he could also swing... oh, he's going to swing with the Capone for 5. Interesting choice. We counter for 2. He's going to swing for 7. We're going to block. And he's going to go ahead and swing for 6 with... oh, 7 with the Basil Hawkins. And then he just scoots because he realizes, oh, we have a full board. We have the Basil Hawkins. We can go ahead and do some swings. And I think at this point, I'm just talking to him about the game in general and things that he could have done differently. Because of, like, this game was actually a pretty interesting one. There was a lot of different avenues he could have taken. But, yeah. Anyway, guys, this was a very interesting game nonetheless. It's always cool to see a Law mirror match and also play against other Law players. Because you get to learn a lot. You get to see different play styles. You get to see different things. So, guys, I hope you did enjoy this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next One Piece or Yu-Gi-Oh video that will be on the channel. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Absolute Duelist signing out. Later.